Well, I think we're live, Mama. Yeah, there we are. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Coffee Time with John and Mama. I'm John. This is Mama. And it's Sunday lunchtime. I'm telling you what, this is probably one of the quickest, easiest Sunday lunches we've had.
And ever that I know of.
But you know, that's fine. It's wonderful to take a break every once in a while, especially when you have food left over. I'm going to show y'all what we got going on here today. It's leftovers, but it's delicious leftovers.
Oh, yeah.
We've got two different kinds of potato salad. This is a little bit that come from yesterday's event. This is something we had made the other day. This is the coleslaw I made the other day. And here is some barbecue. And wonderful. And we're not making any of it. That's going to be. And look at this beautiful china we're using. We're not washing a dish, and we'll still have leftovers left over. So, Mama, what would you like? Barbecue?
Yeah, I'm going to put a little barbecue on my bun here.
This is barbecue pork. And we had barbecue chicken the other night, but this is a season of barbecue. Mama, I'm trying to get you some good tender.
That's good. That's as thick as
Is that all you want?
Mm-hmm. That's pretty thick. Thank you.
All right, ma'am.
I did the mustard. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to put it on.
Give me some of that spicy mustard. I might do it. I like mine open face. You already know I do everything different.
Spicy. Well.
There's some
Dijon,
French's.
And then this.
I'll take that one. I'll take that, Mama. What are y'all having today? Are y'all keeping it simple? Are you cooking a big meal? What are y'all up to?
Now this is spicy brown. That's different.
Let's try all of it, Mama. Y'all know I seldom ever meet a condiment I don't like. Here's some potato salad, Mama.
Thank you.
And this coleslaw is still good. I put a little bit more red wine vinegar in it because if you keep it over a day or so, this is what, 2 days old? 3 days today. The cabbage gets a little stronger, but I didn't put onions in it and I didn't put the core in it, so it's still good today.
As long as it's edible.
You can put a little bit more sugar in it or some vinegar, just something to kind of calm down that cabbage. You can't ask for better than potato salad, coleslaw, and barbecue pork sandwiches. Now look at that. That is a meal fit for a queen and her servant.
Oh, her servant. Ooh.
I'm your servant, Mama. I do whatever you say.
See what I can get done.
Hello from Bristol. Hello, Billie Jean. How are you? Are y'all having something good? Judy says yummy. That's what I say. Yummy and easy.
Quick and easy.
Uh-huh. We are just enjoying the simple things today. I'm going to try a little bit of this. This is that somebody sent us, Sir Kingsington.
Shake that up because that was...
Yeah, it needs shaking. I'm going to go ahead and bless it so you can start eating. I know you're ready and want to quit
I didn't
filling.
eat no breakfast.
I tried to get you to eat.
I know it, but I didn't want
You want to
nothing.
eat? Let's bow and bless our food. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful meal. We thank you for the hands that prepared it to the Lord, and we just ask that you bless it for the nourishment of our body. To Lord, be with each and every prayer request. Be with each and every those that are hurting and need your touch, dear Lord. And we just pray that you'll be with us, watch over us, lead and guide and direct us in everything that we do. Be each and every prayer request, both spoken and unspoken, dear Lord. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, Mama. That is lunch. Now, folks, that was quick. That was easy. And I'm going to use 2 different kinds of mustard on mine. I'm going to use this Sir Kensington's Spicy Brown. And then I love this little stuff right here. This is Sandwich Pal, and it's sweet and spicy mustard. I like it on about everything. It is a little different than the other, but it's good. And I love Dijon. And I love, what is it, French's brown mustard.
Mm-hmm. That's what one of them is. No.
No,
I put it back.
we got all kind. I love mustards. I'll pick up a different kind of mustard if I go to the store and see a different kind. You know, they have those with the seeds and all that. I'll pick up a different kind just to have something different. But now I will eat mustard on saltine crackers just as a snack. It's good that way, ain't it, Mama?
Mm-hmm.
I'll also eat Frank's hot sauce on saltines. I know, y'all will probably say, he is so crazy. Maybe I'm just easy to please when it comes to mustards. Because pretty much I like them all. That's good. Good mustard. This meat's good. Potato salad's good. Coleslaw's good. Coffee's good. Folks, it's all good. It's all good. And you know what's going to be better? No dishes. What do you think about that, Mama?
I think it's wonderful.
Has anybody got a Hey Mama joke this morning or this afternoon? Now it's 1 o'clock. Clinton, Tennessee. Well, Shirley, you're a neighbor. Enjoy your lunch.
Yeah.
Hi, John and Mama. We are having hamburgers on the grill. Oh, that's good,
Yeah,
Terry.
yeah.
I haven't got our grill out this year. You know, I never did get it out last year. Have you ever eaten wasabi? Oh, now wait. Let's go back to all mustards. I do not. I cannot do wasabi mustard. Almonds with soy and wasabi flavor. No, those are hot. I like hot. But wasabi is another level of hot. Wasabi is branding iron hot.
It's far engine, huh?
Oh, it is. Potato salad has been my favorite dish for 65 years. Isn't it great? Who said that? Robert Markham. It's great. I love potato salad. I love this. Oh, well, sure, we love you too. Thank you for saying that. Good afternoon, Kathy. How are you? We had Taco Bell. Now, see, that Timothy, that's the way to go. Taco Bell, quick and easy. Good afternoon from Blackwell, Oklahoma. We like to, you know, I guess if we're going to go all out one day, it will be a Sunday. But sometimes, depending on what you're doing at church or what you're doing for the day or with your family, sometimes just leftovers or carry out or carry in, or those are the way to go.
Oh, yes.
Mom and I like home-cooked, home-raised, garden-raised food, but we ain't above eating a frozen pizza every now and then. Or
Not one bit of it.
frozen French fries. Because they're for our convenience and they're easy and we like that. Did you see that, Mama?
No, I didn't.
I got 2 specks on my shirt.
Uh-oh. I better hush, because it'll go down me like a...
Well, it was cold slaw. It was, you know, just come right through there. Mama, do you remember when I was a kid, you and Granny made something called freezer slaw?
Oh, yeah.
How come we didn't ever make that again? I remember eating it as a kid.
Well, your daddy and your papa and them, and Granny, they were a fan of it. I wasn't. So I didn't make it much.
I remember liking it. I don't remember how you made it.
You know, I don't remember how we made it either.
You kept it in the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
And it was sort of like kraut.
It was cut like kraut, but we had spices in it.
Uh-huh.
Seemed like it had sugar and spices. It's like
I remember
a
it.
sweetened kraut or chow chow, like almost stuff or something. Wasn't chow chow. It was a coleslaw stuff.
I remember we had it as a side.
Mm. Yeah, I ate it like coleslaw.
Yeah.
Coleslaw.
We'll have to look that recipe up. Mama, what are you drinking?
What did you call it? Your
Arnold Palmer?
tea.
You're too quick, Mama. They didn't see it.
No,
So it's y'all's tea,
it's you all's tea.
but it's got lemonade.
It's lemonade in with the tea.
Delicious. We like
It
it.
gives it a different taste. And you don't feel like you're drinking the same stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm. We drink a lot of tea in the summer. We drink a lot in the winter, too. Mama drinks more hot tea.
I was raised in a house with hot tea and cold tea. My mommy drank hot tea and would not drink cold tea.
She wouldn't drink cold tea?
She would not drink cold tea. I don't know why the difference. My daddy would drink cold tea and not hot tea. So as kids, I guess we went on both sides.
Now, my dad, I don't know that he ever drank any tea.
No.
I never remember him drinking tea.
He wouldn't drink tea.
Never seen him drink coffee.
He was a Coke man.
Coke is about it. I think Coke's all it. He would drink water. He drank lemonade.
He loved homemade lemonade.
He loved Kool-Aid lemonade.
Kool-Aid and lemonade and Cokes was what he drank. He didn't drink any.
For years and years, now that's one of the things he would cook, if you call it cooking. He would make his own pink lemonade. He loved that stuff. Y'all drink pink lemonade? Is that still a thing?
Still in the store.
Kool-Aid pink lemonade? He would make that. I love tea, Tina says. Did I have a hi, Mama? Did I miss one? Good afternoon, John and Mama. Hey, Debbie. He would mix up pink lemonade. He would do that.
If he run out and I wasn't around.
If somebody wasn't here to do it. What was it, like 2 packs of that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
And a cup of sugar?
2 cups of sugar.
2 cups of sugar in a gallon?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
No wonder it was so sweet. That's a lot.
I wonder he loved it. It might not have been hardly 2 cups.
Now, I drink tea, sweet, but I love it. Just plain old tea. It's just so refreshing. Every once in a while, I just have to have plain tea, just no sugar. Will you drink it plain now, or did you ever switch?
Who, me?
You're the only one here, Mom.
The sugar.
She asks me questions like that all the time. I will say to her, do you want an egg sandwich? Who, me? Yes, Mama, you're the only one in the room.
Sugar or unsweet?
Unsweet tea. Will you drink it?
Yes, some.
Some, she says.
Not much. But
We're going to switch her over this summer. I love it. I can drink it. To me, it just tastes so good. The tea does. And I don't need the sweet. But now I'll tell you this.
It's like black coffee. I'd rather have something.
It's like this, though. I either want unsweet, not a bit of sugar, or I want a cup and a half in a gallon. I don't want that. I just put a half a cup. No, I don't want a little sweet. To me, that tastes awful. I grew up drinking root beer. Robin, I love root beer.
Don't like root beer.
From the Winn-Dixie store. I buy root beer in the 2-liter and keep it in the refrigerator in the summertime. I especially love it over ice. And there's no caffeine in it.
I never did like root beer candy or root beer pop.
To me, I like it or orange or grape because I can drink all the coffee with caffeine. And then I can cut back on the caffeine with root beer. Or orange or something that has no sugar. I love tea, but if it has to be sugar in it. Carolyn, Mama is that way too, but I'm going to try to get her to drink a more decaf. We try to use decaf. Cook along. What did she say? I think cook along. When is the next cook along? Well, we've not set a date yet.
Next weekend.
Deanna.
Memorial weekend.
Next weekend is Memorial Weekend. This weekend we had a wedding. So we'll tentatively say either, Mama, really, we don't have to wait till Saturday. We could do that cake one evening.
Yeah.
I tell you what we'll do. Lord willing, we'll set the cake cook-along for next Friday night, and that way we'll have it for Memorial Day in case somebody comes. we'll have a cake to serve.
Oh, yeah.
Mama keeps something all the time anyway for Memorial Day. So we'll set the cook-along for next Friday. Does anybody have a date? Mama, you get your phone. My phone is in use.
Well, today's the 22nd, so.
What's next Friday then? 22nd?
5 more days, 27th.
27th. Friday the 27th. At 6 p.m. Or 6:30. Which
You better may say 6:30.
better say 6:30 because I'm working till 6.
Meetings are tied up.
6:30 next Friday night will be our cook-along for our orange cake. And I think Mama's going to use her new pump pan, and we're going to put the stuff over it and let it run down in it. The recipe says number 13. So you do it however you want to. And if you don't want to use the cake or you don't want to use the sugar and the orange...
I don't know about putting the holes in the bundt cake and how you're going to get so many holes.
Well, the woman had texted me when we first mentioned it, and she said...
It was good.
PM, and she said that she had done it both ways, and it worked better in the bundt cake because it didn't get as moist.
Oh, okay.
Not as wet.
We'll try it.
We're going to try it. We'll try and see. We'll know. The 27th, Ruby, you're right. Joyce says the 26th. Joyce, I think it's 27th. Friday the 27th. 6:30. That'll give us time. If you all eat at 5, you can have this afterwards. And if you don't want to make that cake, you can make another cake. And we'll give away some cookbooks. And we'll get the Memorial Day weekend started off with a cook-along. And we'll have cake. We can't beat that.
And give away cookbooks.
And give away cookbooks. We love to give away cookbooks, and we love to cook along. Even though we don't do anything different, we know you all are out there cooking the same thing. So y'all can cook along with us anytime, but the trouble is we don't never tell you what we're having because we don't know. Like right now, we don't know what we're going to do the rest of the day. We don't know what we're going to do for lunch, for supper tomorrow night.
We just, what does it say,
wing it. That's the way life is.
It made me think of your granny, Sue, when she first started. She knowed your grandpapa, but she had never went on a date with him. Said he'd asked her, and she said they was going to the movies or walking or church. And she told him, grab a wing.
There's actually a whole story that goes with that. So, my granny and Papa may have gotten married out of jealousy or spite, whichever one you would call it. So Granny, back in Granny's day, which she was born 1919, so this would have been in the 30s probably, and about the only entertainment they did was they went to church. Because there was really nothing else around. You had to walk. So she said they were having a revival. And so she went to revival that night. Papa asked her if he could walk her home, which must have been the custom of the day. And she said, yeah, you could walk me home. So he walked her home. They got home and said, she thanked him for the walk and said, that was it. So her sister asked her, she said, so what do you think about Caleb? And she said, he was okay, but said he'd been drinking. And she said, I ain't married no drunkard. So they went back to church the next night. She said, he ain't walking me home no more. So they went back to church the next night, and she said, a girl who probably one of her rivals, teenage rivals, made a comment to one of the other girls and said, Caleb's walking me home tonight. And Granny said, well, we'll see about that. She said, so church broke. She went out. Said, of course, Papa come up to her and said, can I walk you home again? And she said, well, grab a wing and we'll go. She stuck her arm out. Papa grabbed her arm and off they went. So Granny was doing it just to show that other girl, you ain't going to walk him home, I will. So they got home that night, and he said, I sure have enjoyed talking with you, and I sure have enjoyed walking you home. And she said, I told him, said, Caleb, I'm just going to tell you. You walked me home a couple of nights, but you won't be walking me home anymore. I said, because I can smell where you've been drinking. And I'm not marrying you about the drinks. And said, Papa looked at her and he said, Lena, if you'll court me, court is a word that's used to date. And I think when you got to courting, it was a serious, like almost like we're together, an engagement almost. Said, if you'll court me, he said, I promise you, I'll never take another drop. And she said, well, if you do, that'll be it. She said, so he walked her home every night of revival. And she said they started going out and courting. And in a few months, they were married. And they were married for 50, do you remember, Mama?
I know, I can't.
Over 50 years, I believe she said. And she said to her knowledge, she never, ever, none of him ever taken another drink. And that they'd never really had a cross word. But here's the reason they ever had a cross word. It was because my papa absolutely worshipped the ground my granny walked on. My granny was a rough character to, she was like me.
Exactly like you.
Very loud and opinionated and done her thing. And I'm sure poor old papa had to do a lot of stuff just because granny would say, hey, here's what I want you to do.
He was very humble.
He was so humble and kind, and he absolutely worshipped the ground that my granny walked on. And then later, he worshipped the ground that I crawled on. I was his only, and he loved me more than anything. And I was 2.5 when he passed.
No, just turned 2.
Just turned 2.
You
and
cried after
he had taken me to the park.
He was the only one you would stay with besides me. He wouldn't stay. You wouldn't stay with Granny.
He would get mad at people. Papa would get mad. Like if he took me to the store and people didn't just like go crazy over me, he would say, well, let's just go on home. People around here don't like babies.
That's the truth.
And he had taken me to the park to feed the ducks. We got a park about a mile from our house, a state park. He had taken me over there to feed the ducks, and he got sick. Nausea and sickness, and he came home and kind of found out he was having a heart attack. And and he passed away when I was 2. But he loved my granny, my granny loved him, and they just had a wonderful relationship. And Granny passed away 20-something years later. She had leukemia, and she's getting over that. And then she ended up with an aneurysm, probably from the leukemia and the treatments. And of course, they took her to the ER, and she was in a coma. She never did wake up. And it came time, the decision was made to take her off the life support. And they called us in. They said, y'all can spend some time with her. When we disconnect her, it could be just a few minutes. It could be a few breaths. And so we went in and we stayed with her, and we stood there for about an hour, then 2 hours. And finally, it was like, we're going to go sit down here, And the nurses came in and said, we're going to move her up to her room just so you all can be more comfortable and you can stay with her. Well, 2.5 weeks later, she was still going. She was breathing on her own. She hadn't woke up yet. And my aunt told me, she said, your granny told me one time that she promised you when you was little that she would never die. And she said that worried her, that she was going to have to break that promise. I don't even remember that. But that sounds like something I would do.
Because when you were little, you would cry and beg me and your daddy and your granny not to die on you.
Because Mama had died when I was
Mama
gone.
died, and your papa had died, and your other papa had died. So you was...
So poor old granny was, So we had been over there nonstop for 2 weeks. We hadn't left her side, Mom and Dad and me all. And we would just take turns. There was a place there in the hospital that had a shower, and we didn't even leave the hospital. So I was working then, and I had to come back to work that day. So I remember leaning over her bed and telling her, Granny, you don't owe me anything. You do what you and Jesus needs to do, and don't you stay for me. And Mom and Dad had not left her side, and they were planning on staying. So I came back to go to work, and I did go to work, and
we come home,
and I thought they were staying. So when I came home that night after work, my uncle and aunt's car was in the driveway, and the lights were on, and Mom and Dad's vehicle was here. And so, of course, I knew something was bad wrong. So when I came in, they had come home. My dad's first cousin had showed up at the hospital, him and his wife, and said, you all are going home. We're staying. We will not leave this bed. You all go home, get some sleep, get some clean clothes. You can come back when you want to. We're going to stay. So Granny let me get home and let Mom and Dad get home, and my cousin had got up to check on her, and she was doing fine. She went back and sat down in a chair, and that quick, Granny passed. And we got to thinking about it, and she died on her anniversary, her wedding anniversary.
And we wasn't there.
And she had waited till we all got home, back to our lives, and she quietly slipped out and met Papa again on their anniversary. And that was always just a neat story to me, a neat way of looking at it. And on their tombstone, it's got her death date, and it's also got their marriage date. Of course, the death date and the marriage date match. And I just thought that was a special way of doing it. And like always, Granny done it her way, between her and Jesus. She would always say, I do what's between me and Jesus. And if we're okay with it, everybody else will have to be too. So, it's March 22nd.
Oh,
No?
March the 9th.
March the 9th. Dad died on 22nd. 23rd. 23rd. So, that's the story. I didn't plan on telling you all that story, but that's just what hit my mind today. So, Granny was Granny, and Granny done everything, like she said, between her and Jesus, and she was a go-getter. She's been dead. She would be over 100 now. What would she be? Well, 1919. She'd be 122. She'd be 102 years old. Mm-hmm. The Lord takes care of us. He really does. So, folks, this is it. We don't have anything to cook. We're not doing anything else. We're going to turn this into a day of rest. I can see some porch time coming up. It's not too hot out there in the shade. It's 79. It's almost 80.
You'll have the fan going on.
Of course, Mama, the fan will be on. I'll take Maggie out there and let her lay in that warm grass. It's her favorite thing in the world to do. And,
for a few minutes, and then she goes to the shade, and then she finds her another spot, and then
she started sleeping the same way. I don't know what's got into her. Do you all have dogs? And do they have moods or do things? She will go to bed in we call it her night bed. She'll sleep in there half the day, when she wants to take a nap. She'll go to bed in there, and she will not move the whole night. You'll wake up the next morning, and she's laying there, and she's happy as she can be. And then she goes through spells where she goes all over the house and sleeping. She's got beds all over the house.
That's what my sister says. She's got more beds than anybody. Said she's got beds all over the house.
Well, if she lays down somewhere, or if we're in a room, she wants to lay there with us, so she has to have somewhere to curl up. She has a bed in my office. She has a bed in the sunroom. She has a bed in the bedroom. And then she's made her a bed under the piano bench. That's where she loves to lay the best during the day. But for the past week and a half, I blame that lunar eclipse. She'll go to bed at night. She'll sleep about an hour, and then here she gets up. And I think, is she going to get a drink and come back? Sometimes she don't. Sometimes she'll stop under the piano bench and sleep an hour. And then she'll go in the office and sleep an hour or two. And then she'll come back into the bedroom and sleep an hour or two. And then the other night, I didn't tell you about this.
What?
I couldn't find her the other morning when I started work. And I thought, well, where is Maggie? So I looked in all the beds. She wasn't in none of them. I thought, well, where in the world is she at? She had crawled up under the bed.
In the office?
In the bed, in the guest bedroom. And just her tail was sticking out from under the bed skirt. And there she laid. And I thought, I never would have found you. I don't know why she decided to do that.
And her bed right up
Her bed was right next to it.
Maybe she heard like a
Or got hot.
noise, and so she hides when she hears.
No, she wasn't hiding her hide. She wasn't up under there. She was just like laying up under there. She just, I'm just going to lay over here a while. I think she gets hot. I don't know, but there's a fan going on. I don't know what. I'll have to ask her sometime when she's in a chatty mood.
Chatty.
Folks, we're going to say goodbye, and we're going to let you all go on and get on with your lunch.
I feel like a pig, and you've not even started.
Oh, I've started.
I didn't eat no breakfast.
I had an egg and an English muffin. That was a good breakfast.
Much.
It's good. It's more than you had.
Yeah, I didn't. I had my Coca-Cola.
Did you have a real Coca-Cola?
No, I drank my zero.
A zero?
But it was Coca-Cola for breakfast.
I always ask my mama, let me fix. No, I don't want a breakfast.
I just couldn't stand the thoughts of breakfast.
That's what she says. I can't stand the thoughts of eating that.
And I'm a breakfast person. My mommy made us eat. Well, had us breakfast every morning.
I offer toast. I said, let me fix you some toast. You want some oatmeal? How about some cereal? You want egg? No.
Just didn't want anything this morning.
I can't stand the thoughts of eating this morning. But she's ate lunch.
Oh, yeah. I inhaled that whole sandwich, and that was rare.
You did good, Mama.
And got potato salad twice.
Oh, I'm proud of you, Mama.
I was hungry.
Did y'all see her eating all that?
I did eat all that. My plates, I left a little bit of slaw. I've got a clean plate.
You did good, Mama. You did real good. We will, Linda. We'll enjoy that porch time and that coffee. Enjoy your day. Y'all enjoy your day too. As always, it's wonderful to be with y'all. It's a pleasure. And we don't take it for granted. And we know you all are here by your choice. And we appreciate you for making that choice. Spread the page out. We're growing, and it's wonderful. And we just hope you all will grow with us and just keep on keeping on with us. I don't really know. Ours is just a break from the world, as we always tell you, because we don't plan nothing. We may or may not cook. We may cook 3 or 4 videos in a row, and then we may be lazy for a day or two and do leftovers. But we just do us and invite you in to be with us.
This was real good. It'd been a shame to let it.
Yeah, you can't waste food. Food's too expensive.
And potato salad, you don't want to let it sit too long, or coleslaw.
No, but this
is about right. The beef would have been, the pork would have, the barbecue, I'll get it straight, would have been all right, but the others wouldn't.
Yeah. Can't waste. It's too expensive. And it may even get more expensive, folks. Gas is supposed to keep on climbing through August, they're telling us now. But that's hearsay. We'll see.
I seen this little clip where the woman was talking, or a young girl said, he gave me something so valuable that I just about broke down and cried. And it shows her boyfriend giving her like a gas container, a gallon or 2 gallon, and he's handing it up to her. I thought that was...
Mama's been on Facebook.
Look at this stuff.
We're going to say goodbye, folks. We may or may not jump back on here later. It depends on what we're into. But Lord willing, we'll be back soon, and we appreciate you all. And as we always say, have a great day and have a blessed day, and do something enjoyable today. Yeah. It's a wonderful day.
If it's just sit and talk to your family or be with them, it's a wonderful day.
It's a wonderful day. And we're getting ready for a holiday next weekend. I love summertime. I love summertime holidays. I don't like the heat, but I do like the entertainment, and I do like the get-togethers and the food and all that. So there's something great about every holiday.
So I'll have to cook all next weekend.
We'll be cooking some Memorial Day food. And we've got a reunion, too, next weekend. A family reunion. So you folks will be cooked out for next week.
Granny's side.
You folks will be cooked out next week if we come on here and cook. So y'all have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. If we get back on later, we'll pop back in. If not, we will see you all tomorrow, Lord willing. Y'all have a great day. Say goodbye, Mama.
Good night or bye-bye.
Good night. Now, wait a minute, Mama.
I might need to go take a nap.
Now, Mama, it's just 1:38. Do we know what she's got on her mind?
Nap, maybe.
I don't do naps. They get me. I can't do a nap. I can go to bed early, but I don't do a nap. I like to get up early, stay up, go to bed. I don't like to take a nap. I get up in a bad mood, and it seems like I have to start all over.
You feel like you've had 2 days in one?
Yeah, I don't like it. I just like to see it through to the end, and then go to bed an hour early. That's my thing. Mama will probably go to the bed.
I hope not.
It sounded like
sleep last night, so I'm going to try my best not to go to bed. So I'll sleep better tonight.
It sounded like you was good
Getting
night.
ready, I had it on my mind. My subconscious was coming out.
We're going to say goodbye, not good night.
Goodbye,
Bye, y'all.
Mama, and God bless you and child. Bye-bye.
Bye.